I think online every day it's impossible a little bit for
Yeah.
studying, because the kids, how to say, not so patient to sit in one
Yeah.
place,
Yeah.
concentrate by the, I don't know, I mean the computer.
Everyone, nice to meet you again. Today I have a very special guest, and he's a friend of mine. We haven't met for a long time, and
Yes.
I have a very special experience with him. And today we're gonna talk about how family takes responsibility to help children during pandemic. You know that during the pandemic, everything goes online, and this is a very crucial time for the parents to help children. So they have education. Education is still going on, even at the house. And today we're gonna learn from a very special guest I have,
Thank you.
and I think we're going to have an interesting discussion, not only talking about how parents handle the education business, but also how parents, especially my friends, are struggling to learn a language because he is now living in a different country. Okay,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Musaffar.
Abdullahzizov.
Okay. Hi,
Okay.
Pak. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Walaikum
Yes. First
salam.
of all, we're a Muslim. Like, is in how to say in my country right now, and where I'm living now, konnichiwa.
Oh,
It's, yes, it's
what
like a
does it mean?
Japanese.
It means how are you? Something like that?
No, no, no. It's like hi. So konnichiwa means in Japanese saying
Oh, that's
hi, hello.
Japanese. Oh, I
Yes.
see. Yeah. Okay. So he can now he can show off to me. Yeah, because
Uh,
he can speak Japanese. Long time ago, Mr. Musaffar used to live in Indonesia,
yes.
and he can speak Indonesian, right?
Yeah.
Pak Musaffar, you
Salamat.
can speak Indonesian, right?
Selamat malam, if I'm not wrong.
Selamat malam. Apa kabar?
Baik-baik aja.
Baik-baik. Okay. Okay. Now, Pak Musaffar, I'd like to ask you a question, right?
Of course, I'll try to answer this.
Now, you know that you live in Japan now, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
you are Uzbekistanese by nationality, right?
yes, from
Okay.
Uzbekistan.
Now, please tell me and tell us everyone when you started living in Japan and how do you feel living in Japan?
First of all, is after leaving, after leaving the country Indonesia, we already planned to move to America or Australia, as because we both speak English, so it's probably better to move some English-speaking country. But that time, I don't know why, some of the reasons we choose some scholarship from Japan for study bachelor degree. So after that, uh, we we decided to move to Japan. It's 2012. After if you heard, in Japan was big tsunami came. If you
Okay.
remember, 2012, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
So after that, we moved to Japan, but it was a different place. It's calling Beppu, Oita. So we moved to there to study for our bachelor degrees.
Okay. Well, when you were in Indonesia, you had two children.
Yes, of course. When I was in Indonesia, it was two.
Okay. So, who's your first child?
My first child is Robia Bonu, is as a girl. Uh, she was around 4 years, if I'm not wrong, when we moved to no, Indonesia. And my second daughter was that time around almost 2 years. It's like she was like a baby infant. So the boys that time start to little bit speak in Indonesian when we was living in Indonesia.
All
So
right. And the last one, the youngest one.
And the youngest one is a boy. His name is Muhammad Aziz. Inshallah, we choose this name from our parents. Even he was born in Japan, we give the Islamic name,
I
and
see.
most even in most Japanese are be honestly trying to speak the full name of the Muhammad Aziz. It's
Okay.
very like respectable country about this.
That's lovely, Pak.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. Pak Musaffar, I
Yes.
think that would be nicer for us if you could show some pictures living in Japan. Could you, Pak? So you could
Uh,
explain a little bit about that.
So this is one of the first pictures. We are living in Japan. It's a kindergarten. That my the second daughter and my youngest son went to the kindergarten. Uh, if how you see the from the young age the fire for workers came to the this how to say, kindergarten, and every parents also try to came. And if you see the yellow hats, it's how you know in Japan there is so many earthquakes. So to prepare the kids and parents for this type of national disasters, so they are all every mostly every month they are showing and explaining what to do or what to we have to go where we have to go some of this type of places. So even though when you're giving your child to kindergarten or at school, the you it's like showing that you don't have to be worried because they're already prepared for this type of situations. And you see the yellow hats, it's a little bit keeping the kids from the like something's either hurt the head or something like this. And they also have this special places as like school or how to say city halls where was good constructions, and there it's like for this type of disasters like earthquake or tsunami. So they everyone running to that places. So and this is also how to say the in Japanese they're making the rice cake, or we calling rice balls. It's it's making from the rice. They are like I don't know beating this very hard until they make them like this. And the kid, how you see the kids and with parents joining this event and making some I don't know something Japanese foods for this. And like this type picture showing that the fireworkers came with all the stuff what they're using, and the kids also can touch, can feel or can see what they can I don't know what they work or something like this. I mean, the no, Japanese workers is very, very, I would say, not polite and nice. And then you can see also from these pictures the how they're celebrating the national holidays or national something. Robia, how do you calling this? Matsuri?
Festival.
Festival. Some I don't know the name because there is so many festivals in Japan. So the kids also preparing be included for this type of events. They're calling the yosakoi. This is my second daughter, if you can see. They like dancing or and making some special clothes and preparing around 1 month or around sometimes 2 months for this event. And this type of event, including how I already said about calling the how to say country workers as like a doctors, fireworks, and other how to say workers, and who giving the how to say showing the kids to the anthems what they can use like how they're preparing like the kids already. You can see changing clothes to feel like they are also doctors or something like this. Um, Life in Japan is like this. Maybe you know the from pictures you see. Um, the the girl is working as a part-time worker, not the like full-time. But even though she have to make a good service for the customers, and you see that she trying to how say be a, like showing the candy shop is like. Something like this. It's a this place is like famous as calling Harajuku in Japan, in Tokyo. We right now we're living in Tokyo because we moved to capital because it's more chances to have find a good jobs here because as a capital and also so many foreigners in Tokyo. So, and this is one of the pictures of the big city. You see how the crowd, the city is very crowd.
Is
Uh,
that you?
yeah, this is me, the small one.
You look
Yeah,
very
my
happy.
no, because I'm trying to show the how it's bigger. Like I know that it's a real and I also before watching the movies in like a Tokyo, very busy, like so many people walking around. So I didn't believe it. It's maybe made it for show, but now you can how you can see I saw my from my eyes is city is very big and this is also I told you about Harajuku. There is half of these people are foreigners, especially from China. They love to came to here because so many brands and shops they can like visit. So people are here. How you can see it's near to station of the calling Harajuku, which is the most popular station is like from Yamamoto line in Japan. So, and this is my son trying to car driving. And what is the most interesting in Japan? Because of I have a kids is uh, this is about kindergartens because how you see the kindergartens it's trying to show the for making happy time for kids like and because you cannot see that time they trying to take a pictures during the some events to make you can after when you pick up your kids you can see the pictures. I feel that your son or your daughter make a happy time so you see they trying to throw the airplanes by from made it from the paper. They're learning how to throw the airplanes. So, and how you can see, this is also one of the traditions in Japan. It's like a wish papers, I calling them. They giving the this yellow or the red paper for home with your son or your kid to write there what they want from like your what your kids want like from it's like you wish from the I know Santa Claus or something like this. So everyone, every kids from helping with help the parents, they're writing the what they want, like playing a lot of time with dad or something, make a lot holidays or that, and then after that you they put in this in the front, the place where you can pick up your son or I don't know kids so that you also feeling that some of the tradition or some of the time is came and you like feeling is good and every Japanese are very manner and they're following all of these rules you making like wow they're like doing it with from the heart not like just show off and
That's
this is
impressive.
yes very impressive about this and because I told you it's I know the schools, I know the kindergartens because of my kids. They are like on that age. So I can say anything about the kindergartens, about school systems in Japan. I can say it's very, very good in Japan.
So thank you very much, Pak. Wow, that's very interesting.
Thank you very much,
You know
sir.
that you live in Japan, but you speak your own language.
Of course.
And before that, you live in Indonesia, you learn Indonesian, but now you live in Japan.
Yes.
Do you think is it possible for you to speak to acquire language, Japanese language, in such a way?
Um, of course, how to say, it's it depends on you, of course, and what type of the job you're doing. Most of the foreigners, especially Americans and other Philippines, where they are working in some places, there is no need Japanese because there is international type of jobs. So there are like no need to speak Japanese. Even now, they cannot speak. Just saying like hi or bye or how are you, something in Japanese. And about me, when I came to Japan, first of all, I cannot speak Japanese at all. Nothing, like I can say zero. Even for communicate, I use the English with the Japanese persons. They also was very surprised because if you know that they love the country of follow the American traditions a lot also. So they was like a little bit confused about that I cannot speak Japanese, and they always try to say or by polite way explain to learn Japanese. Some, for example, I start to learn say hi, and first my words lovely first they try to taught you is like sorry, like a sumimasen, which is mean excuse me or say sorry if you made make a something bad things. So it's better in Japanese.
So we should not be worried because Japanese are friendly and we
Very
have always people to practice with, some things like that, ya Pak ya?
yes, very. It's also like in Indonesia. I have to say because I can compare two countries because I already left both countries. And the countries people in Indonesia also same, very polite. They are like very patiently trying to explain in English if they can speak or even the body language. In Japan also the same because they are also very polite. Even it's not a depend of the job or it depend the social position. All of them polite.
My next question is that you know, Pak Musaffar, that
Yes.
children are studying at home,
Yes.
and this is a challenge for parents everywhere, all over the world, to
Of
have
course.
children during the
Yes.
pandemic. All right,
Yes.
so this is something that I'd like to learn from you. What you've been doing so far to help your children to study. Would
Uh,
you tell us, Pak?
yes, of course. Thank you for this type of question. It's during COVID-19 and coronavirus, which make not only me, my house and most of the country people house stay at home, of course. And of course, in how say we trying to find the positive side of this our during this type of strict days. Of course, first time when the Japan allowed that they're making the country lockdown and every kids have to stay at home, even a parent. We try to find what to do with the kids study education because in Japan how they want even they are modern but they don't have the school and kindergarten online. I mean the school online system now. They cannot use the internet for study at in during the age from 6 till 15. I don't know why, but we tried to find both of them the English teachers and the Japanese teachers and other little bit social practicing how to say like some of the math teachers also to make them online study because internet is good here so they cannot have no problem with connection, so they try to use this way learning and some of the uh, educations, I mean knowledge here. So for online only online, I mean
Online.
yes.
Do your children study online every day?
um how to say first time no now is also I think online every day it's impossible a little bit for
Yeah.
studying because the kids how to say not so patient to sit in one place
Yeah.
concentrate by the I know I mean the computer. So we made the first time for 2 days a week, both of them. Some other per 1 hour or 2 hours. So mostly because of my wife also can speak Japanese very well, and she was very, how to say, responsible to control them at home and prepare for, how to say, studying the Japanese. And because of the lockdown, it was given the all books, all everything for study from schools for every houses was sent it. So we got it all of the how to say, informations for, I mean, books and everything for study at home by ourselves. But as you know, we are not Japanese are, so it was a little bit difficult to explaining them like Japanese some systems, I know Japanese, how do the culture or other things. So my wife tried her best to make them prepare for, the Chinese, I don't know how to say, writing systems. It's very difficult. I mean, we call it kanji. So they have to learn is very hard because there's so many kanjis here.
Okay, so it means that parents' guidance is very important during this time, Pak.
Of course,
Okay,
because kids cannot manage the time. If you stay at home, they're mostly trying to watch YouTube or other things.
I see.
Even they cannot go outside, so they are making, no, trying to be very boring at home. So
I
you
see.
cannot make them busy. So it depends on the parents. If you can manage the time, the kids will be free, feel very good at home even. Of course, positive. We are Muslims, brother. We are always trying to find the positive. As one of the positive things is you always at with your family. It's like in nowadays it's very difficult because every parents have to go to work, and kids have to go to school. So during this time, you don't have. I mean, you losing around 10 or 8 hours even in Japan, cannot to be together with your family. So pandemic make us stay together like long time as possible to how to feel as like we are like connected as like a family. But alhamdulillah that in even in pandemic days, what I tried to do is start to learn as by myself as like programming. As I saw I tried to find what is still working on for parents who can lost so many jobs. Parents, I mean, during the pandemic, as like a waiters or shopping workers. So I feel that uh, first of all, in the pandemic days, I found there is not so much things we what we want to like. It's just a little bit space and a little bit food for eat, and and if we have any time, we have so many times to learn about anything what we want. So I tried to start to learning programming, which can in the future think that will be good for me to not to lose again job, because I also lost a job as because of the pandemic, and tried to but now I'm doing the construction works in Japan, which is doing good also. And but so many friends mine in from Uzbekistan, they like stay at home trying to how to say, be positive, of course, but even though they don't have not so much money because they lost the jobs, so it was a little bit not good for them. So my advice to everyone, trying to find that what you, I don't know how to say, your dream came true, like you what you forgot when you was a child, but after you grow up you have to go to work and you forgot what you like it. So you just was a system of the big program. So now you have a time so you can I don't know, refresh your feelings, refresh your dreams. Just try to find what you interest and try to do it, make it possible it, I think.
Thank you. That's beautiful, Pak. Thank you very much, Pak
Thank
Musaffar.
you much. Thank you much. I hope you find something interested.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I thank you very much for your information, from
Thank
your
you.
inspiring words, and I think
Thank,
that's going to encourage us
yeah, thank you
in
very
this
much.
time. So I would like to send my greetings to your family. I do
Thank you
hope
very much.
that they are fine. You enjoy living in Japan, and
Of
I do hope
course.
that kids are growing well.
Alhamdulillah, yes.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much, Pak.
Thank you very much too.
Wassalamualaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wabarakatuh.